one variable statistics, how to calculate mean, median, mode, standard deviation. Some of these are really straightforward. For mean, you're going to type in equal to average because most of the world calls it average. Bracket, highlight your data set, hit enter. Of course, there's some problems here. That's way too many decimal places. The default in data management is to go to 1 decimal place for most statistics. For something called correlation, we'll keep 2 decimal places. But in this case, there's nothing wrong with rounding it so that you have no decimals at all. You'll type in your next formula, equal to median. Again, highlight the data, but notice that the formula is not being entered in 3 times. Simply by putting in the formula, highlighting your data set, closing the bracket, and then dragging it across with the little plus button will be enough to copy that. However, mode is the problematic one. So most of the data sets that we have, you're going to have to pause when you look at mode and see, are there multiple modes because of the multiple frequencies. So there's a lot better formulas you can use for mode. So the one we're doing here is the TEXTJOIN with the multi-mode, where you're highlighting the data set and then flagging that there's multiple modes because 0, 5, and 1 are all tied for the most equal number. But here we have a situation where there's no mode, and you'll never have not applicable in a spreadsheet. That's just flagging that there's an error, but we want to address that error. So by using this formula here, if error, text, MODE.MULT, you're essentially building in your mode formula, but also pointing out that if there's an error, we'll just go and write in that there's no mode. Notice this is all automated, so you don't have to manually change it once you're using some of these formulas. Now back to normal, standard deviation, rounding it to a couple decimal places, dragging it across to be able to see it. So now you can see your standard deviation and how it relates to the average or the mean. For maximum and minimum, these formulas exist as just max and min. Drag them across. But for range, we don't have a set formula for range. So method number 1 is just to use a spreadsheet like a calculator, where you just put in that formula of max minus min, the values that were there, or combine formulas. Take your maximum formula, subtract your minimum formula for the same data range, and drag it over. It'll work every time. Once the formulas are in, it's all about making it publishing worthy. Some people like to use a different color for each variable. Some people like to use some shading or to alternate lines so it's easier to track what the numbers are. Really, format is a matter of taste, but the key is to make sure that it's professional, that it's easy to read, and something that could be publishing worthy. Once you've done some basic format, it's also a good idea to add in the format as a table feature, which allows you to sort your data, but also to be able to lock the data set in so that you can't just sort one little column. And when you're just looking at a bunch of numbers, you don't have that same visual. So there's a great feature where you can add in the data bars and then go and have that visual for where the data is. And that's especially beneficial when you are sorting the data in ascending order from smallest to largest, or however you want to sort it. Then from here, it's small adjustments. Going and adjusting the spacing. You can always do things like turning off the grid lines once you have everything lined up, and that's it.